Morning, everyone. NWA Prepper here. I promise I'm here in my Mr. Rogers sweatshirt or sweater. So, what is it that drives you to make your decisions for before you leave the house? Excuse me. I mean, when you get up, I'm not asking your whole total routine, but when I get up, I get in the shower, get cleaned up, get ready for the day, and then I go in the living room, and if the kids don't already have the television turned on, which they usually don't, matter of fact, they really never do, I turn on the television to a local news program, and then I watch some local news. Now, I'm only talking about 10 minutes, 15 minutes at most. And I don't know what about it. I guess I do know. Something about when I'm watching the news and the morning weather, it kind of gives me an inkling of how I'm going to prepare between the time I'm getting dressed and I'm walking out the door. Now, getting dressed most days for me is pretty easy because I work at someplace I wear a uniform. So that's never really, well, it is a question. It is totally a question because I'm blessed that I have several top options. I can wear a t-shirt, or I can wear a polo, or I can wear a sweatshirt. Or if I've got something big going on, I've got a nice button up. So it depends, it does. It also matters in my mindset of which pocket knife I'm going to grab. Which pocket knife I'm going to grab and which flashlight. And I have some that are my favorites, that are kind of my go-to pieces of equipment. But if I have the feeling that I'm going to be out away from my office, my office is a vehicle usually, but if I'm going to be out and about and I'm going to be in the thick of things, I'm in emergency services. If you don't know that, you should already, or you do now. And so if I think I'm going to be away from the truck or separated from my EDC bag, then I grab a multiplier and toss in my pocket instead of my little Swiss Army knife. Depends on which knife I clip on my in my pocket. It depends on if I want to have a little bit of cash in my pocket or not. I always have emergency cash in there, but anyway, it just makes a difference to me. Matters what kind of outer garment I grab at the door, just to the weather, just like that school bus weather report or things like that. Depending on what I'm doing for the day, sometimes depends on what firearm I clip on. I don't have a huge selection, but I've got 2 to choose from. And if you've watched any of my YouTube videos at all, you know I carry a baby Glock. But I'm a big guy. Sometimes I put my full-size Glock on. Sometimes it's inside the waistband. Sometimes it's outside the waistband. Just things like that to think about. And I wonder if more people do the same thing. As they form or evaluate the day, it changes what their EDC is. It may not bother you a bit. May not think about it. You may carry the same 2 or 3 items every day. Or you may not carry any items. I don't know. But the morning news, and I don't even get to see the headlines. Because I sleep late enough that the headlines are over. So I'm getting like the middle of the news broadcast and the weather. That is not true. Normally when I turn it on, I get Razorback Nation Sports or Pig Nation or whatever the whatever the local news Razorback report is. That's usually when I get to the news, so I miss a lot of it. But if there's big things going on, I either already know about them, or I feel it and I sense it in the news, and it's scrolling along the bottom, or they're still talking about it. Anyway, just kind of a tidbit about how I start up my day, and maybe get you thinking about sometimes you may need to augment how you get ready for your day. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you later. Let's get ready.